never thought any of the advert songs were political. I didn't really try. I did try and steer away from writing political songs. So I thought it was like a bit corny somehow, and I connected political songs with political parties. That was the trouble when I first started off writing songs like for the adverts. I mean, like now, 35 years later, I'd say, well, actually, when I look back at those lyrics, they are political lyrics. I thought, well, I don't want to be connected with this party or that party, you know, I don't want to be restricted like that. So it was really about just ideas. It's always about ideas, actually. It still is about ideas. And so I steered away from political writing. I thought I was steering away from political writing. I mean, the thing is, it's about social comment, you know, and your life is, you can't get away from it, you know. Political things are happening to you from the government, you know, and what you're writing about is your experience being on this planet, you know, where loads of governments are trying to control the way your life goes. So as long as you're writing something real, you're writing political stuff whether you want to or not, you know. No way, no, I hated manifesto songs.
But you're still political, being political just by...
Exactly, yeah. I mean, the thing is about writing, you know, particularly when you're young, you haven't got this self-consciousness. You just write what you think, and you don't have any idea where it's going. You know, if it goes into this category or that category, you know. And much as I love bands like MC5 or something, who were right up on the political, you know, they were doing that thing. I thought, yeah, you know exactly where they're coming from. They're making this statement. It's a statement that's right from where they were coming from at the time. But as a kid, like, you know, a teenager in London, or growing up in Devon, you know, in the West Country, and then moving to London in '76, I didn't feel I had a right to say anything about politics. I didn't understand politics. I don't know what was going on. I was writing about my life, you know, and really that's still what I do. I write about my life, but, you know, what your life is, the influence, you know, there's lots of influence coming in, and as soon you're just trying to have a clear eye, you know, and that is politics. Yeah, I mean, I think for me the change happened when I had a band called Cheap in the 80s, late 80s, and that was like Margaret Thatcher was why I started writing political stuff, really, because then I saw the direct connection between what a government does and the effect it has on the people, you know. And I think Margaret Thatcher changed, you know, the Tory party at the time changed the way British people were. I really think there's a huge sea change when due to her policies, you know. And then this whole kind of greed, you know, and trying to be better than, you know, calling, you know, jumping on each other's back to get your bit of the share. That's when I really got the feeling that started happening. So I wanted to say something about that, and I wrote this song called Third Term back then with Cheap, about how she was using her power really to get elected again for the third time, you know, because everyone said we hate Thatcher, you know, we wouldn't vote for her, but she still got elected.